So I've been playing Tomb Raider.
Sex appeal.
It makes the world go round. Anything from popular music to blockbuster cinema, and in the 90s especially, video games. In regards to the 90s, I don't remember much due to me being an infant for the vast majority, but what I do remember is video game advertisements. FMV was the name of the game here, along with cryptic text and edgy fonts. Some games even ended up having some pretty bitching promo art like Tekken 2 or Final Fantasy VIII, but what really got people's juices flowing was using some rat polygonal tits. Parasite Eve 2 and Fear Effect definitely come to mind, but perhaps more infamously was the titular Lara Croft. A posh British lady turned adventurer turned Tomb Raider turned fucking psychopath who seems to just shoot or kill just about everyone and everything, from entire hordes of lions to actually legitimately endangered gorillas. They all meet their untimely fate at the hands of Lara's trigger-happy hands.
It is great.
Or, so I thought at least. Yeah, I'm not going to lie here, fam. I really wanted to review both the OG Tomb Raider as well as the reboot. I even had this really cool thumbnail scheme set up that would totes blow your mind like, wow, mate. But as I kept playing the original, I went from, oh my god, what a unique and refreshing control scheme. They really designed the levels around this by locking everything onto a grid, to basically just writing rage-filled death compilations. Tomb Raider is hard and unforgiving. There's only a few save crystals that double as checkpoints, and with the game having a trial and error style of gameplay with limited health resources, instant death traps, and quite brutal combat and platform sequences that weren't really any fun for me to replay about a billion times in a row, I kinda stopped enjoying myself level 3 onward. And don't get me wrong, I can see the appeal still, and considering what the game set out to do and how it did it, I'd even argue that it's aged pretty well. But when I played this as a kid and got scared by the rapey butler in the dark, I think it gave me a sign. A sign that the original Tomb Raider is not for me. And so, here we are once again, with Lara Polytits Croft having ditched her badassness and instead is just having a kip and a drown on a wee boat. Being that this is a prequel, I guess. After awakening from her wet dream that isn't a dream, she's now found herself on a big evil island with a bunch of men with guns, and so she transforms into a girl with guns. Not really a whole lot of tomb raiding at display here, as it's more about Lara coming to terms with her inner gorilla-killing psychopath through practicing said killing on said men's. And so that's also exactly what you do, much like The Last of Us and Revelations 2 and The Evil Within and The Order 1886 and Watch Dogs and probably everything else that came out over the past decade. Tomb Raider is a stealthy, crafty, shootery, covery action game where you get flung from set piece to set piece, cutscenes in betwixt, and shoot a wide variety of guns at a small variety of men's hiding behind neatly placed cover and the pretense of gameplay. Quickly, push my button! I'd be lying if I said that I didn't enjoy it at all though. I'm a sucker for cinematics, and considering that neither me nor my character could beat the original, a little bit of hand-holding might be just what I need.
Come on, Mr. High Heels. It's time for your medication.
No, I just want to review video games. If a generic gameplay stylings haven't clued you in on this yet, killing shit and just kinda, I don't know, being around, I guess, awards you with points that one can use to upgrade thine shit. Think of things like lifting ammo caps, making your bow shoot faster or farther, or increasing the value of loot taken from these random pointy givey resi 4e boxes you find scattered all over the place. To my surprise, the game actually has quite a handful of open puzzly areas where they let you explore a bit and endanger the local wildlife while choking out a dude or two. And it is during these Tomb Raider Light or The Last of Us with automated parkour sections that shit's actually quite fun due to it controlling really fucking well. I mean, the walking speed is fast, the jumping distances are fucking Olympic, and the shooting, while indeed a very simple trigger/shoulder buttons kind of affair, feels great because of the excellent weaponry. Everything's also consistently expanded upon every hour or so through Lara finding new gear to use, like an expansion for her bow that allow her to burn shit or pull stuff towards her, which will lead to some nifty ass puzzles. Like this one early on where you need to lower a plane suspended by cloth in order to clear a path by burning said cloth in various ways. The only thing that kinda massacres my parade, well, besides all of the cinematic bullshit, what I'll get into later, is that Lara has some type of supernatural
ultra vision
that rats out all of the interactable objects within the area. You can choose not to use it, of course, but with the way the game keeps hinting at you doing it, it kinda feels like this is supposed to be the modus operandi. Yet, the main reason that I like this shit so much in the first place was because it got me to jump around, explore, and really observe and take in the legit beautifully crafted surroundings. Also, for some reason, that stupid light on my controller kept spazzing the fuck out while playing. It's a bit weird. As far as committing gender or species-based genocide goes though, shit's also pretty okay good. Snapping to cover isn't awkward or janky at all, shooting guns is easy to do and feels good, man. And the enemy AI isn't impossibly horrendous either. Some dudes even require you to do timed dodges and then like shoot parry, but of course there is Call of Duty health, so you can be hella ruthless and ignore it all. The only complaint that I have with the shootout specifically is that the hitboxes are a bit shit sometimes. Occasionally, you might be shooting a dude right in his noggin, peeking out over his cover and still hit the fucking wall. But other than that, it's pretty alright and fun-ish for as long as the shootout sections last. Which isn't very long, as they're well paced enough in terms of area size and enemy count, though I do still wish that there were less of them. Like, certain parts are really fucking loud, going through shoot bang after shoot bang, followed by a sudden QTE, followed by another fucking shoot bang. Somewhere halfway it did hit that sweet spot where it alternated between loud fuck shit and quiet shit fuck in a carefully balanced manner, but mostly it's like the exact polar fucking opposite of what the original was going for. Despite the namesake, I really don't want to compare too much, as this clearly has a very different vision behind it. But the original had a very robust climbing and platforming system involving precise timing and holding down buttons to perform certain tasks, like hanging from ledges, climbing them, or jumping big gaps and tiny gaps, thus giving you a really good sense of control and contextual feedback. It may have been a bit janky because of the rather rigid tank controls, sure, but I have received word from a reliable source that this improved drastically over time. Anyway, in Reboot, every time you climb or jump or do anything other than killing dudes, the control scheme or the actual outcome of a button press will change to accommodate the scene. And while I get why they did this, it still makes very large stretches of the game feel like such an unsure clusterfucky amusement park ride where you never quite know what exactly the game will do to you this time. It's just not always fun, I guess. Escaping the cave at the start, or running through a burning building, or sliding down a mountain only to then parachute horizontally through a forest because fuck physics, weren't anywhere near as great or exciting as the otherwise excellent presentation made them out to be. I just never really felt like I was the one doing these things. My guess is that if they had stuck to something actually resembling the control schemes of yore, then that feeling would have been avoided entirely, and we would have had big boob, big dick set pieces and a wholly functional action platformer in one. This is one of those games where they keep changing the camera angle at very crucial moments while you have no way of knowing if you're the one in control still. If the camera go from the booty view to the booby view, do I then still keep pressing the forward, yes? Well, in this exact instance, yes. But if we were to say change the camera while climbing a wall, we really don't care what direction you're pressing. And hey, I get it right. Atmosphere. Which it does well, and I totes wouldn't even mind the frequent cutaway events and controller takeaways so much if they weren't implemented this fucking poorly. Like on this one windy rope crossing where shit was obviously gonna snap on me, but of course it hammered it big time beforehand. One of the reasons though as to why this was so very fucking obvious to begin with was because of them already having placed a climbable surface right beneath the area Lara was supposed to drop. And something that would have been cool was if when the rope snapped you would have been forced to use the game's built-in climbing system to react fast and grab ledge. But instead we get a rather janky cutaway, the most unimpressive death scream ever, and fucking bullet time because it just wasn't awkward enough. Not to mention how the climbing bit afterwards got cut off halfway as well, as they needed to play the heroic music as if to say, "Wow kiddo, you pushed that button so good. Good job!" And the game snatches away control like this very often. It almost feels as if the devs are showing a lack of faith in their own design here. Like, I get that they needed shit to look cool, nor am I saying that it never does, but when the game only feels like it is whenever it isn't trying to look cool, then I think you might have a bit of a problem. So yeah, the story is also really fucking dumb. Still fun in a way and not completely devoid of any mysterious mystery, but the villain is just some dude who has absolutely no proper backstory or epic motivation. Lara's friends are all complete fucking mongoloids and not fleshed out much at all, and even Lara herself doesn't have much in the way of a fully developed arc. As far as origin stories goes, I find it very unlikely that this extremely traumatizing multiple near-death experience somehow led to her going,
Hell yeah, motherfucker! I'm Indiana Jones!
I mean, fuck. The presentation even could have used some work. Some of the facial animations were quite bad, the cutscenes can seem really jittery, and some of the lines are delivered very awkwardly, even going so far as to having fucking audio peaking and bucket reverb. And just about every goddamn scene.
There's the soul of an ancient sun queen trapped in a dead body. Her rage is what's causing these storms. If we destroy the body, the storms will stop.
That is not an okay thing to have in your big dick AAA game. Stuff also just kinda happens and nothing is really written, paced or directed in a way to where it has any emotional weight or meaning behind it. At one point, for example, our beloved character Old Man dies and Lara just gives us a shocked expression and then we silently cut back the gameplay like, what? Anyway, this game is okay. Fun for a while it lasted, I guess, but by the time that it was over, I was also kinda glad that it was. From what I can tell though is that, much like the original, its sequel improved upon a lot. Which, considering that this is one hell of a solid foundation for a cool as fuck action-y, adventure-y, platformer-y, puzzle-y thing, then that might just be a gay old time.